Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Town, and this is your weekly gear news. It's NAMM week, summer NAMM week. We are in Nashville. We are ready to go. We're doing a bunch of cool stuff. There's going to be videos coming out probably just about every day this week. So stay tuned for some very cool things. I have to edit another one as soon as I get done with this. I think you're really going to dig it. It has to do with Gibson, so just keep an eye out for that one coming out. So let's talk about some of the news for this week, and there actually is a bunch of it because there's a bunch of brands that are releasing things, but they're not going to NAMM, so this is how they're doing it. First one, Schecter. 2 new Van Nuys models. So you've got this, like the S style one, and you've got like the T style one. Roasted maple fretboards, fast, you know, they're Schecters. Very, very cool. And then a new PT as well. Bound looking thing, super pretty. We'll notice there's a P90 in the neck of this guitar. Very, very cool. Make sure you check these 2 models out soon. I think, or 3 models actually. I think these are really, really cool. I really like them. Fender is releasing another artist model, J Mashus. Not a Jazzmaster, it's actually a Telly with pickups that he likes. They made them just for him. It's a top loader. He says, I don't know why people don't like more top loaders, because he likes them. It's blue sparkle. It's very, very Dinosaur Jr.-y. I love this band. I love this guitarist. I've never owned any of his stuff, but I think it's very cool. And if you have his Jazzmaster, you might as well get his Telly. We make lots of jokes about Chibsons, right? Like these knockoff Gibsons. But Chibson USA is actually a company, and they actually make things. The things they make, I don't know what they do necessarily, but they do make things. And they have the new Placebo Pedal. This is so funny. It is literally a pedal that doesn't do anything. But when you push on the pedal, on the button, it lights up like it's a pedal, but it literally doesn't do anything. It's called the Placebo. And it is a real thing. Kind of a joke, but it's a real thing. So if you've ever seen John Mayer playing a pink guitar, because he does, he now has a Roxy pink Silver Sky. I'm a huge fan of pink guitars. It's a normal Silver Sky. There's nothing new about it, I don't think. It's just pink. It's a new color. But it's a really cool color. So if you're into pink guitars and you're into John Mayer, add this one to your list. Speaking of bold new graphics, Fender's Paranormal series, you know, the series where they put like pickups and tremolos on guitars where they don't necessarily belong, but they look really cool and they end up being a thing. The Paranormal series, they came out with a whole bunch of new colors. We don't even really have time to get into all of them, but they are there. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing a new shirt from Dylan Talks Tone. Make sure you go to Dylan Talks Tone and check it out. In the merch section, we've got a few of them. You might see another one. Well, it's getting darker and it's getting rainier, so we had to adjust the light and we had to change a shirt, another shirt, and we're gonna have to deal with the rain. So here we go. Charvel has just come out with the Rick Graham and a new Guthrie Govan model. They're S-style guitars, obviously, with tremolos and humbuckers and the whole go fast Guthrie Govan-ish sort of thing. I think you're gonna dig them. Look at the finishes. The Guthrie Govan signature, the new one. Wow, that rain is getting loud. The new Guthrie Govan signature is pretty interesting because it's a basswood body with an ash top. It's pretty looking, and it's probably super light too. It's an interesting way to put that guitar together. I found that an interesting wood choice. Gretsch has come out with an entire new series of Player Edition hollow body guitars. These are going to be 100% hollow. There's no like wood block or anything in there. They've got some new pickups. They've got a bunch of new kind of hardware choices and stuff. Make sure you check them out. As always with Gretsch, there are a bunch of letters and numbers and a bunch of models that I can never decipher. So go to their website and start scrolling through these things. If you're a super Gretsch fan, some of this stuff looks really good. Fender has added the Sonoran and the Mini Redondo travel guitars. So think Taylor Mini sort of deal. But these are Fenders, and they have the Fender peg head on them, like the 6-in-line peg head, like a Strat. They have 2 interesting scale lengths, 23.3 and 22.75 inch scale length. So interesting. If you don't own one of these short scale travel guitars, you should do it, because what I found is when I had one is it ends up living like by the couch and you end up playing it all the time. Really cool guitars to have around. If you're an EVH fan, and I don't know why you wouldn't be because you play guitar, you will probably be interested in the new EVH 5150 series of amps. Now these two amps, there's a 40 watt combo 112 and an 80 watt head that goes on a cabinet, obviously, are a little bit lower priced option to get into the EVH family, which is pretty interesting. Now these are 2-channel amps, okay? The second channel has a noise gate on it, and they have a DI out. They are MDF cabinets with plywood baffles, so they are built to a price a little bit, but it makes it affordable for those of us that can't get the other ones, and I think that's very cool. Make sure you check them out. I have not played one of these yet. I want to get my hands on one as soon as possible, because I bet it's going to sound really good. They're different tube sets, totally different amp, I think, but you know them, they're going to get the sound right. And my favorite story of the week, even though I can't get one because I can't fit it in my motorhome, Fender has unveiled the Tonemaster Super Reverb. If you have played one of these Tonemasters, you know how good they are. If you have not played one, get down to somewhere and play a Tonemaster. The Deluxe and the Twin are both very, very good. But for me, the holy grail of all amplifiers, in my opinion, is the Super Reverb. And to have this in a Tonemaster is pretty killer. It still has Jensen speakers. It's going to sound amazing. It's going to have the DI out. It's going to have the power scaling. These are very, very cool amps. I was really hoping for a Princeton, but a Super Reverb is very cool too. We're going to have more content this week. This is a pretty crazy week for us. We're going to probably be shooting and editing every night and sharing something cool with you every day. Tomorrow's video is very cool because we went and toured the Gibson garage, and I think you're gonna really dig that video. There's some pretty cool surprises in there. If you have followed my Instagram, make sure you follow my Instagram. You probably already know what it is, but I think you are really gonna dig the next few videos coming out over the next few days. And of course, into NAMM, we're gonna have a whole bunch of content as well. Thanks for hanging out. I know it was a lot of news today, and we will see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, and go buy a shirt.